Kanye West, Jeffree Star cheating rumors,
The Weeknd reveals his new face,
and Dr. Dre's home gets robbed while he's in the hospital.
all of that and a lot more, but first make sure you smash that like button because it really helps us out.
And with all that out of the way, let's get into the InformOverload Weekly Roundup.
Let's go. Starting us off with the Weeknd news, in August of last year, The Weeknd raised some concerns with fans after he took to the stage with what appeared to be a bloodied face at the MTV Music Awards. Just 2 months later, he appeared again at the American Music Awards, but this time was wearing bandages on his face. Now with his new face reveal, it appears as though these two bizarre events were coordinated for his latest music video that dropped on January 5th. Having taken off the bandages, the singer appeared to have had prosthetics to simulate the appearance of extreme plastic surgery. Although in my opinion, he just looked like he was doing a Squidward cosplay. Let's just hope this was all done to send a message and that these new lip and cheek fillers aren't permanent, cause yikes.
So it looks like Logan Paul might be getting a little cocky after the announcement of his Mayweather fight, because he just responded to a video of Chris Hemsworth boxing, saying, quote, "I'll fight him after Mayweather." And I don't know much about boxing, but the punches that Hemsworth was throwing down looked pretty lethal, let's just say that. Hemsworth is a UFC fan and has used boxing and martial arts in his training regimen, but has never professionally boxed like Logan. And of course, this fight will literally never happen. Chris is way too focused on being, you know, a movie star, but since Logan to date has not won a single fight, I'm not sure where he's getting all this confidence. It's even starting to shock his brother Jake Paul, who just roasted his brother in an interview with TMZ Sports. In the interview, Jake said about the Mayweather fight, quote, "My brother is effed. It's bad for the sport. I think it's just for clout." Then adding that Logan is a fake fighter and Jake is the real fighter of the family, with Jake's record currently being 3-0. Logan responded gracefully to the comments on his podcast, saying he doesn't understand where the comments are coming from because Logan is a real boxer, but he'll always support Jake no matter what. But the whole cast agreed they don't understand why Jake would make unnecessary negative comments about his family, which I also agree with. They should be sticking together against the boxing community that's discrediting them, if you ask me. With that though, let's head over to Jared for some science updates.
Scientists out of Swansea University in Wales have potentially just created some life-changing technology, a vaccine smart patch. If you hate needles like me, then you may be over the moon when you hear about this new smart patch, which uses micro needles to administer the vaccine and monitors its efficiency by measuring the body's response. Science! Those in charge are hoping to have a prototype developed by the end of March, eyeing potential clinical trials. The university wants to make the device commercially available within 3 years, and it's already received funding from both the Welsh government and Europe as part of the global response to the pandemic. So how exactly would this thing work? The patches have millimeter-long microneedles made from silicone or polycarbonate, which penetrate the skin to administer the vaccine, as well as measure the patient's inflammatory response to the vaccine itself. The patch monitors biomarkers in the skin, which then leads to the device itself to be scanned, providing data in regards to how the body is responding. Dr. Sanjeev Sharma, a professor at Swansea, explained, I quote, "What we expect in response to the self-administration of this vaccine patch is to see the production of immunoglobulins, which the device will be able to detect." For those of you like me who have never heard of that word before, immunoglobulins are antibodies which form a critical part of our immune system. Going back to what the doc said, I quote, "This low-cost vaccine administration device will ensure a safe return to work and management of subsequent COVID-19 outbreaks. Beyond the pandemic, the scope of this work could be expanded to apply to other infectious diseases, as the nature of the platform allows for quick adaptation to different infectious diseases." Science! Alright guys, that's enough science for today. Back to the studio.
We are just 8 days into 2021 and it is already so crazy. So let's focus on some feel-good news just for a moment, shall we? Today's story is about a woman named Sumaya Etuji who believes that 2020 may have been her best year yet. Previously located in Kenya and working as a regional sales and marketing manager, the country's market ended up in a financial crisis. This left her jobless in December of 2019. And at the same time that she lost her job, Sumaya was also going through a divorce with her now ex-husband. The single mother now unable to afford her rent in Kenya and with no family in the country to support her, she was forced to flee. With so many things out of her control, she focused on what was. She slowly began to turn her life around through personal improvements, starting with her diet and overall health. After making such a quick turnaround in her mood, Sumaya began coaching her friends through their own personal struggles. Pretty soon she had gone from homeless to being a life coach. Sumaya told Unilad, "I had no source of income at all, so I dug out an online course I took 4 years ago about starting a profitable business online. The first module was about finding out what I was good at, was passionate about, and could make money from. That's when I realized what I did for myself these past few months. I could help others do too. I had always been a great listener. People would come to me for advice and non-judgmental opinion. It's nice to know that some people were able to look at 2020 as a chance to turn their lives around. Kind of makes me feel nice and warm inside." But with that though, let's head over to Bree's Corner for an update on Dr. Dre.
As some of you may have heard, Dr. Dre, known for his part in the rap group NWA, has been hospitalized after he suffered a brain aneurysm on January 4th. It was reported that the rap artist was admitted to the ICU where he appears to be recovering, and though a lot of his supporters are sending him well wishes as he recovers, others are using Dr. Dre's situation as an opportunity for evil. It was reported that in the early hours of the morning on January 6th, 4 men were seen on Dr. Dre's Pacific Palisades property looking to gain access to the home. Security guards were on the premises and confronted the burglars, causing them to flee the scene. The men were later apprehended by police and taken into custody for their attempted break-in, but people were left asking the question, why now? Dr. Dre is already facing enough right now, so adding a break-in on top of that doesn't seem fair. Well, it seems that after seeing the news that Dr. Dre was in hospital, the group saw an opportunity to get to the property since he wasn't there. The home is worth $40 million itself, and since Dr. Dre is such a music icon, there are bound to be priceless trophies and other items of high value in the home. Luckily, the burglars were intercepted and the robbery was prevented, because as Dr. Dre looks forward to coming home from the hospital, I'm sure a B&E would be the last thing he wants to deal with. Since reports came out about the rap icon's hospitalization, there has been an outpouring of love and support. Other artists like Ice Cube, Snoop Dogg, and Missy Elliott have sent their messages of encouragement, and Dr. Dre has been thanking people for their support, telling his fans that he's on the mend and is looking forward to returning home soon. As for the robbers, there is no word yet on what legal action will be taken against them, but they remain in police custody. There is a lesson here on kicking someone when they're down. Don't be a d***, guys. We should have left that energy in 2020. Positive vibes only. Now back to you guys in the studio.
Next up, we have some I can't even believe we're talking about this, it's so insane news. So right after Page 6 announced that Kim and Kanye were essentially filing for divorce, which is something that we've been talking about for months on the channel, an insane rumor started to spread that the reason for the divorce might be because Kanye has been cheating on Kim with none other than internet scum Jeffree Star. Yes, Jeffree Star, people. This is real. This is real news. What fueled the rumor was a viral video on TikTok from Ava Louise, who can be classified as an influencer, but I know her as the person Mike Malak cheated on Lana Rhoades with. If you listen to Impulsive, then you know what I'm talking about. Well, Ava uploaded an insane TikTok on January 6th saying that her lawyer friend gave her the inside scoop, saying, quote, "This whole divorce comes as no surprise. Kanye's been hooking up with a very famous beauty guru, male beauty guru. A lot of people in the scene have known for a while. And Jeffree Star was confirmed by her when she liked all of the comments hinting that it was Jeffree. And now, of course, this rumor is spreading like wildfire, and people are leaving their theories as to why it's true. Another TikToker brought up the coincidence that Kanye and Jeffree are basically the only two celebrities living in Wyoming right now, and they previously lived in the same Calabasas neighborhood too. Then people started to remember all the numerous times Jeffree has claimed that he's hooked up with closeted male rappers in the past, but he never said their names. And then, of course, old tweets of Jeffree's were found from 2010 that show him clearly talking about hooking up with Kanye. And of course, Jeffree Star was going to take advantage of this clout opportunity and fueled the fire some more by posting a picture to his social medias with the caption, quote, "I'm ready for Sunday service," which is just a classic Jeffree Star response. Like, what more could you have wanted? Ava Louise posted a follow-up TikTok that Kim K is suing her, and then highlighted a rumor that Keemstar covered that YouTuber Cole Kerrigan has also potentially hooked up with Kanye. As of now, it looks like this rumor is not slowing down whatsoever, and because more rumors are coming out on TikTok literally every second exposing Kanye, I'd say the Kardashian lawyers are going to be really busy. And just to clarify, there's nothing wrong with Kanye potentially being gay, only the fact that he cheated with literally the most problematic person on the entire internet. Just had to make that clear.
I don't even know what to say to that.
It's too much. There's too much for words.
There's too much. But let's just check out some of your comments instead from our video called The Biggest Stories of 2020.
Angela said, "You guys are so respectful about these stories, and I just realized y'all are literally making history."
Aw, I wouldn't give us that much
How
credit.
are we making?
Thank you.
I don't.
You're like, we are.
Thank you so much.
I'm like downplaying. Dr. Diet Pepper PhD says, "Imagine what the textbooks will look like once the schools open back up. I imagine they'll be very difficult to hold."
Yeah, 2020 is gonna be this big of a textbook, just the whole year.
You're gonna need 2 backpacks, just one for your 2020 textbook.
Literally. Meow Good vs. the Game says, "The nostalgia, reliving the dumpster fire that is 2020. I'm sorry we had to make you go through that again, but
I was
there was
thinking
so
about
much."
just putting it like a dumpster on fire as the thumbnail.
I think that would have been better, like
Would've been
2020.
good. Yeah, just 2020
dumpster
across
fire.
it. Soup and Soup says, "The fact that more happened important. The whole reason I found this channel was because of quarantine. This channel really helped me mentally with everything going on this year. Thank you. You're very welcome. I mean, we appreciate comments like that. I mean, I love new supporters. That's amazing.
No, we love that. Thank you so much for saying that. Then the Creative Imbalance says, not first, but not last either.
I just love that comment.
Iconic. Thank you for putting that in, Sean.
And thank you guys for watching today's video. I've been your host, Johnny Rogers.
And I'm Mackenzie Smith.
And until next time, stay classy, YouTube.
Bye, guys. No sports? Just science today?
Alright, Kanye West, Jeffree Star cheating rumor.
Yes, it is, bitch. You already know. Comments.
You guys ready to get immunoglobulin? It's time. It's immunoglobulin time. Immunoglobulin. Is that how you say it?
Immunoglobulin.
Immunoglobulin. Immunoglobulin. All right, we got this. Let's science it up, baby. All right, you ready? Okay. How the f do you say it? Immunoglobulin?
Immunoglobulin.
Immunoglobulin. Okay, I got it. For those of you like me who have never heard of that word before,
Luckily, the burglars were intercepted and the wobbly. Ooh, the wobbly.